Y'all ready for this?
This is djWHEAT from the Championship Gaming Series. Joining me as always is ReDeYe, and we've got another recap for a quarterfinal matchup between the Carolina Core and the Wuhan Dragon. We started off with Dead or Alive Female, where Mystic went up against Cat Power, and Cat Power actually came out of the gates a-racing. She got the first round, and even I upstairs in the commentator's booth was like, wow, this could go differently from what I thought. But Mystic proved us wrong, not only in the next round, but the next 5 rounds in a row. She defeated her opponent 5-1 and certainly gave a big lead for the Carolina Core to start things off.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the perfect way to start things off. I think if there was any question mark on tonight's game for Carolina, it was on that first matchup, and Cat really needed to come home big. She did, and as djWHEAT said, they led by 5-1. They moved on to FIFA next up, and Anomaly versus ZZ was an intriguing little tie that I was looking forward to, mainly because ZZ has shown some real sting in the tail. He scored some great early goals, and tonight was no exception. 14 seconds into the game, and Anomaly found himself a goal to kneel down. He couldn't quite believe that it was a goal down either, but somehow clawed his way back in, played steadily, didn't do anything tricky, and then led 2-1. He even tried a bicycle kick in the second half as well, which, you know, if that had gone in, that would have been his second of the season. I think he's trying to clock up as many bicycle kicks this year as possible. But in the end, he ran out 3-1 winner, and he was well-deserved win. It was a great win for him and a great win for Carolina. That made the score 8-2 as we head into Forza Motorsport 2.
Forza Motorsport 2, of course, saw the Carolina Core Racers versus the Wuhan Dragon Racers. And we saw something from the Carolina Core that we see every single matchup, but it really was captured on the stage. It was the communication, it was the excellent driving, and it was the teamwork of the Carolina Core. Yes, we know it's there. Yes, we know it's a foundation of their play, but we really saw it emerge tonight in this matchup.
Yeah, it really did come to the fore, no more so than from Phantom, who for me has probably been the best blocker, best tactician, best tactician all throughout the year, not just in the World Final, but also in the North American Final, the playoffs. Pretty much every game they've played, he's been the reason that they've won so many of those races, and I think generally Live will be the first to admit that as well. He won his 8th race of the season, though, as they really did storm down Wuhan with a 6-1 victory. Right now, 14-3 overall.
And we did catch up with the Core Racers after their race. Here's what they had to say.
Thanks, guys. Now, General, answer this question for me very truthfully.
Okay.
Is it fair to say you take the lead when you want? I've watched so many of your races, man, and it seems like you just toy with people and you just say, you know what, now I'm going to take the lead. Is that fair?
It's a fair estimate, but I have to be faster than that person to actually be in that position. I pretty much know who's fast and who's not, and our strategies always are based on who's fast and who's not. But I mean, everyone's a good racer, so it's not easy. It's just after playing it for a while, you understand what to do and what not to do. And toying is probably a bad word. It's more like just waiting for the right moment.
You guys were patient in that match, but was there any question that you were going to win?
I think the question marks ended when Eric finally broke free because he had a pretty big lead. The question was, could I catch up to the other guy and could I get around him, because he was all over the place, and I just tried my best to like stay behind him and try to race him as short as I could, so it worked out in the end.
Why did you try to take him out? You just went, shoot, I'm just going to beat you now.
All right, well, what happened, like, he was actually like in front of me and behind me, like really close both ways, so he basically made a mistake, and instead of just sitting there trying to wreck him, trying to get in the way, I just said, forget it, I'm just going to take off and run now. So in the end, I just used speed instead of tactics on that one.
All right, these guys are patient. They used their noggin. They took first and second. Back to you guys up top.
Our next event was Dead or Alive Male, where we saw Offbeat Ninja from the Core go up against Kind Fox from the Dragon. I actually thought that Kind Fox was going to be able to get more than one single round in this matchup, but Offbeat Ninja, last year's male domination in North America, he really brought it home tonight. He had won 4 matches in a row. With this match, he made it 5 in a row, and he defeated his opponent 5-1. This meant that the Core DOA squad posted 10-2 this game. And anytime you could give 8 points to your team to go unanswered, that's certainly a big deal. And we caught up with both of the Dead or Alive players from the Core team, Mystic and Offbeat. Here's what they had to say.
That is right. I did catch up with them. Now, Offbeat, is it fair to say that you guys have now arguably the best DOA squad left in the league?
Most definitely, without question. We actually had the team the whole time. We were the best the whole time.
So, you guys came out and you dominated both in DOA male and DOA female. What can we expect to see with the rest of finals here?
Well, our last opponents are pretty tough. We have Sarah Lou and Messi, who probably we should do well against, and then obviously Vanessa and NGCW, it's the other strong DOA team, so we definitely have a lot of opponents on our hands.
All right, well, these guys are burying themselves in the practice room, but in the meantime, we're going to send it back up top.
So after Dead or Alive male, the fourth matchup of the night, the score was 19-4 to the Carolina core. Not mathematically they hadn't won, but it wouldn't be far away. Although the Counter-Strike team was up next, Carolina have been a little rocky recently, so it wasn't a foregone conclusion that they would win this one. And Wuhan Dragon came out of the blocks fast. They won a few early rounds. They were up by 4-2 at one point before the half. In the end, they brought home the win for the Carolina core. They came back, they fought hard, and it was a narrow victory. 10-8 overall, but it did restore a little bit more respectability to the scoreline for Wuhan.
Yeah, and additionally, ReDeYe, it was really nice to see the Wuhan Dragon, despite their loss before going into CS, really bring it home. I mean, they really played a great game. They gave it their all against the core, and you know, even core came out and said, we underestimated this team. That made the final score, just as ReDeYe said, 29-12, and we caught up with general manager of the Carolina core and a very happy guy, Mark Dolvin.
That's right, I've got him here. Mr. Mark Dolvin, what's going to happen from here on out? Are you guys just going to seal a deal, not second place this year, number one?
That's the idea. We definitely don't want to be second again. We started with North America and hopefully move on to Worlds, but one game tonight doesn't win a World Championship. We know we need two more, and it really has to start with Birmingham. They're a great team. We really don't know what to expect. We haven't been practicing with them at all. Since day one, they haven't wanted to practice with us because I think they knew this was coming. So we don't know what to do. I mean, we're going to bring our game, but we don't know what they're going to do, rather. I mean, so, we'll see.
All right, we will definitely see. Really, these guys get back to the practice room because these guys are hungry. Back to you guys up top.
So there you have it. The Carolina core move on. They're one step closer to, well, finding a rematch in the World Final. But first, they've got to get through the semifinals. I'm djWHEAT. This is ReDeYe. You can find more stats, more articles, more recaps, all on thecgs.com.